Van Amersfoort Racing. Sorry, I had to. Hello there, people, and welcome to round 5 of Division 2. We're at Canada. Interesting track this week. Not one of my favourites at all, but here I am doing comms for it. Weird how it all works out. The track I'm skipping out on racing tomorrow. I might just do comms instead. Interesting. But one shot collie then, with 39 laps after. Let's get into it. Who can get themselves on pole position? Will it be Michael, who has been dominating the season so far? I think with 3 wins out of 4 so far. But at the moment it's Jack taking a nice comfortable lead. We'll put the track map on so we can see where they are. I think. Any invalidates going on then? No. So I assume, maybe Jaffa Cake and Jammy. I don't think anyone's actually invalidated yet, but coming up to the final, one of the final turns before the Wall of Champions, which I wonder how many people that's going to catch out here. But it's Jack still on pole for now, but who knows what goes down in this final corner, because this is one of the probably a very tough corner to make without invalidating, but I think Jack has managed to get it spot on as he goes across the finish line, gets pole ahead of Panda and Michael. A whopping 3/10 faster than Panda. So that is Jack making his debut this season in Division 2 and getting himself on pole position. Bit of a surprising one, seeing him leave Division 1, but he's decided to come back to his F2 cars where he first started in Formula V a few seasons ago, where he left mid-season. So this time he left mid-season in Division 1, goes back to Division 2. There's Jackson pole, Panda's in second, Michael's in third. The current, I think he's leading the championship currently with his friend Swifty behind him fourth, Morris in fifth, Yannick in sixth, making his debut out for a while, Aiden in seventh, Young Shots in eighth, and I forgot the rest. Wasn't quick enough. I'm going solo. I did have co-coms, but I don't know more. I did have comms, but Ace, his game doesn't actually let him join the lobby ever. Every week, apparently. Hey. Hey. And while this race is going on, I will be keeping up with the Argentina game. So if any of you are listening and racing, and if anything changes in the scoreline between Argentina and Netherlands, I will be sure to let you know, as I will be watching it as I'm watching this, but mostly taking a glimpse at the match. Now we can get where I left off. Young Shots was in 8th. Nova, P9, Best Swansea in P10, and Jammy in 11th. Everyone's just getting disqualified off the line. That's not going to be a fantastic news for them, as they're going to have stone cold tyres now going into one, and for the rest of this first lap, which is not going to be easy for them, as the top 6 are going to be able to just pull away from that much quicker. As we watch Jack and pole now head down the final straight to eventually line up in his grid slot so we can get this 39 lapper on the way up in Canada, who got knocked out in the World Cup. Haha, unlucky. Maybe try a qualifier for it next time if you're good enough. Right, let's see if we can get any disqualifiers going on here on the grid lineup. Jack going for a very odd grid line up there. He wants to cover off Panda as quick as possible. Right then, as the grid is finally set, four, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and we are off here in Canada as Panda gets an amazing start. Grak isn't able to cover him off. And that's all I can see from now as we go for the wide, lovely little shots. I think that's the Virtuosi cars trying to make their move up, but that is Panda taking the lead. With Michael still with his position all intact. So far, everyone playing nicely so far. No one's going side by side just yet, as this is a pretty hard track to go side by side and get an overtake. But you wait for the DRS later on, you can. It is more than possible to make a overtake, as Nova does drop back quite a few positions off the start. I guess a few of them will have cold tyres still, and I think that is a gap. Is that a gap? No, there isn't really a gap. Alright. Go to Michael, the current championship leader, currently Michael, now chasing Jack and Panda after qualifying in third. Not going up, but he's going to get a lovely tow down this straight from Jack. Is he going to be close enough to go for a move? No, he's not. Any mistakes going into this? Or anyone going to go into the Wall of Champions? No. All clean so far. That was a lovely camera. As we get Jammy overtaking Best Swansea as they go side by side. It looks like Best Swansea actually taps his wheel. Jammy has to go a little bit wider than he wanted to. Now Yannick's on him, but Yannick has to back out and decides to go for it another day. Whoa. Oh, that's a car around. Who's that? And it's Aiden Jones. Aiden Jones around. I'm not quite sure. Oh, and there's another car around. That's Jammy and Best Swansea. Not quite sure what happened there, but that's not going to be very well for those 3 racers at all. If there's no safety car, but Michael actually overtakes Jack. I actually missed, but Panda's already got a 1.6 second gap, but I think Jack's going to go for it again. Jackie almost had it back, but he didn't quite pull it off. But he's going to get the tow. Is that tow going to do much? Is he going to send it? Is he going to send it to him? I think he is. No, he decides to back out and wait. For once, some smart racing from Jack and some drivers, but Michael getting a 3-second penalty already on lap 3. That makes a warning a lap, so that's not going to be looking good for him. So he needs to already get that under control immediately. Otherwise, he's going to be in danger later on if there is a safety car, or if he wants to get close to Panda, as Panda is getting further and further away. But so there is a gap formed between P7 and P6. Jaffa Cake is 3 seconds behind Young Shots, and that's not pretty big gap, with Jammy, Best Swansea and Aiden gonna do their best to try and catch the group, with Jaffa Cake getting a 3-second penalty as well. Morris on the back of Swifty. Not close enough. I think DRS is now enabled, so there could be a little bit of a train going on here. But I think Jack, it will be a little bit too far behind Michael, I guess. Yeah, it is. No one's close enough to make a possible overtake. Some gaps are already starting to form on lap 4. Best Swansea on the back of Jammy. I think that is the closest. Let's go for a nice... Any TikTokers that want to make a TikTok on this? Oh, there's a yellow flag actually. Who's that round? Is that round? It's Morris who's spun round a very dangerous part of the track. That is a Morris and Aiden from Alpine. Down at 11th and 12th. That's not going to be a good start. Not being a good start for them at all. Now they got quite a lot of laps to get through and hope there is a safety car later on. Jamie also gets the penalty. Panda building his gap up. 2.4. Michael. Who's that looking for a move? Best Swansea and Morris are going to be looking for a move on Jamie here. They are very, very close. DRS wide open. I think he's not close enough. He had to defend off Morris by the looks of it. Who else? Nova on Yannick. Nova's going to go side by side. Down into turn 1. Still side by side. Nice clean racing, but Yannick just keeps his car ahead and gets the better traction out of the corner. Keeps P7 for now. As Yannick is now chasing Gaffer Cake. Gets the better exit. Is he going to send it on him? Yannick sends it on him and it looks like he might have... Oh! He might have ABS off and I think he just locked up his rears. And there's a lot of cars behind him all of a sudden. After him doing that. I think he does have ABS off, but he's just locked up his rear tyres. But there is a big train. Look how close all them cars are. Oh my. Jamie might look for a move on Best Swansea. He does. Going side by side now. It's just going to be a sprint down the DRS. As I think all of them are going to get DRS here. They are. But Best Swansea is already just too far ahead. Michael gets the fastest lap. Oh, who's that round? And that's Jamie and Best Swansea going into the Wall of Champions. I think that was Best Swansea that really hit Wall of Champions, but Jamie just narrowly missing it. But again, both of them finding themselves in a similar situation as they did a few laps earlier. As some gaps are starting to form with Swifty on back of Jack. I think this is the closest. I think Morris on Nova. That's getting pretty close with DRS. He's going to get now. But with a 3-second penalty for Morris. He's going to get him. He's going to wait until the longest straight. Right, as he is very close to him now, very close to Nova in front. With DRS activated, I think Nova's going to defend, going to defensive line. So this could be saucy going into this. Is anyone going to back out or are they going to try to go side by side? And I think Morris just backs out. I think he's going to look for a better exit than Nova. Does slightly get one, but Nova keeps his car ahead. But Morris has now got the speed. Oh, I think Morris could have gone for it there. as he pushes Nova to make an awkward line. And I think if Morris really wanted to, he would have got it, but he's getting the better exit as they're both going to go side by side. Nova just gets ahead, but Morris gets a 3-second time penalty, goes off the track. I think that adds in 6 seconds now. There's a spinner, that's Jammy, spinning himself at the back. Morris and Nova, they're still going side by side. Aiden Jones gets a 5-second penalty, but Morris gets the move done on Nova, and now his teammate Aiden is going to be looking to do the exact same thing. I think he might be looking for it. He is going down the inside, but they're both going to get DRS here. Who got the better exit? Looks like it's just going to be a sprint. Going to be a sprint race down to this final turn. Who's winning it? Who's going to back out? It's like Nova backs out, but he's going to go for it. He's going to go for a bomb, and he puts his. Oh, and Jack's out. Jack's out of the race. Where is he? Where's his car? Oh no! Now Jaffa spun it round. But Jack's out in his debut in Division 2. Jack has put it in a wall. No safety car though. Somehow. So no safety car, but Jack is out of the race. His start in Division 2 started off poorly and it only lasted 8 laps, and there is now a safety car. Now it's a safety car. That was a pretty delayed safety car, but Jack's reunion, I guess, into Division 2 has started off poorly, only lasting 8 laps. That is not something I expected. But yeah, now the grid is going to get bunched up. Anyone going to go? I think it's way too early for anyone to even think about pitting yet, because I'm not too sure what the next tyre choice is for Canada. But in P1 is Panda, second is Mychaw, third Swifty, fourth Young Shots, fifth Jaffa-Cake, sixth Yannick, Morris and Aiden in 7th, ninth Best Swansea, 10th Nova, and 11th is Jammy. Look at the position changes. Jaffa-Cake finds himself going up 7th, with Young Shots going up 4 as well. So those two have made a lot of gains. So, great start to the race for them. You know, the start. So penalties galore at lap 8, as someone has pitted. Best Swansea and Nova, maybe wing damage, but oh, they got super softs. Those tyres are not going to last long at all for a 39 lapper. We could see some punctures by the end of this race, unless they get another tyre choice, which to me would only make sense. I'm off this now. Anyway, let me give you guys an update on the Argentina game, shall I? For those who are listening. Still 1-0 Argentina. With a Messi free kick, I believe, about to go down. Oh, that's a glorious chance for Messi to smash in a free kick here. Just outside of the box. Oh, I thought that was in. Oh, I thought that was in. That looked like an amazing goal for Messi, but it didn't go in. Still 1-0. Just over the top. Anyway then, as we wait for the rest of the guys to catch the back of the queue so we can get this race underway, it's lap 10 of 39. 29 laps. remaining. So hopefully safety car will go in this lap. Hopefully it's in this lap so we can get this show on the road. No time to waste. I don't know why, but Connected Force keeps joining and then leaving. I don't know what he's trying to gain. At least it's better than him actually crashing someone out. They're lucky for these drivers, they don't have to race against him. I know your mates heard that because they listen to the stream. Hello Michael, hello Swifty. Right then, as we wait for Panda to get this race back underway. Right, let's see when Panda decides to go. Well, he almost loses it there, but he's just fine. But he has now gone. Michael's still directly behind him. Nothing really gained on him for now. As Michael now starts the chase. And hopefully to put Panda under pressure where he can get a penalty maybe. To help him out and everything going on in the backfield. Almost everyone's got a penalty now apart from 3 people and it's lap 12. Just the difficulty of Canada. It's such a hard track with harsh track limits. As Jammy is going all the way down the pecking order. I'm not too sure what's happening to him. He's not having the best race so far. Losing 2 positions there. In one go. Yannick on the back of Jaffa Cake. Looking to get the better traction. Doesn't get it. Is he going to go for the down the inside? He is. Gets the move done on Jaffa Cake. Nice little move. Gets himself up into 5th, but Jaffa Cake's going to get a slipstream, but I don't think he's going to be close. Oh, he might. Jaffa Cake might just go for this. I think he is. Jaffa Cake is going to go for it. Side by side. Just what you would really expect going it side by side into that corner, really. But let's go to Michael and Panda. Michael is now the closest he has been since the race started to Panda. Oh, Panda actually does clip the wall there, but it's not going to actually mean too much. Morris overtakes Yannick. Yannick trying to get the position back, but doesn't get his wing in his rear. So far, clean racing. There's quite a lot going on at the back. Pretty sure there is some super softers. So Nova and Bearfar on super softs, and they haven't made any positions up so far. They've got the tyre advantage, and they're still. So those tyres are probably almost dead. A few more laps, and they're almost died out. The DRS is now back enabled. Morris gets Jaffa Cake as they go side by side. I think that's... Ooh. There's a lot of cars together there. This Jaffa Cake has to go off track. Gets himself forced off there, and he's going to find himself all the way at the back when he comes back on track. Yes, he's now last. This is a big battle here for P5. Jamie getting a 3-second time penalty. Michael with another time penalty. His hopes are slowly dying away with all these penalties he's getting. I think that's now 6 seconds he's got, with Panda having none. Jaffa Cake gets a 3-second time penalty. E4 is slowly, Swifty and Young Shots, they're slowly getting further and further behind the top two, Michael and Michael is... Oh, and Jaffa Cake's out. Did he retire in pits? Jaffa Cake has retired in the pits. Not something if you're the McLaren boss wants to see is your driver retire in the pits, because there could be a safety car any moment and he could be back in this, but no. A lot of drivers here have commitment issues and decide to leave. Not the best option, but I guess they don't want to sit through a sucky race, but sometimes it's something that you've got to do. As those drivers are getting very close to that barrier, if they're not careful, the wheel's going to hit it. I remember doing this in time trials and my wheel kept hitting that barrier. So all but two drivers have a penalty now as Jamie and Nova get very, very close together. Jamie is going to get DRS on Nova. But Nova's also got it, so he's not going to get close. And now that makes only one driver that doesn't have a time penalty, and that is Panda. Currently sat in P1. Morris has 9 seconds worth of penalties now. Nova gets another 3 seconds. The penalties are going to start racking up by the looks of it, so who can get the least and with the biggest gap? Oh, there's a penalty to Argentina. Messi's about to take a penalty. Not best Swansea gets to move on Yannick, but Messi's about to take a penalty, and so this is a bit more important. Messi lines up and he shoots and he scores. Messi has scored his 10th World Cup goal. There you go. 2-0 Argentina. They're not going to win the World Cup because England is, and it's coming home. Just know that. Panda gets the fastest lap, and Michael is just slipping out of the DRS. Just can't find himself catching Panda. I think Panda might be a bit too quick for him, but at the end of the day, if the race was to end like this, then it wouldn't have mattered because of Michael's 6 seconds worth of penalty. As gaps have started to form now, there's only these two drivers who are apparently close to anyone. I think Beth might go. Well, he's still on the super soft, so eventually he will have to pit. He ain't gonna have a much grip, but Morris also hasn't pitted, so his tyres are also gonna be going off. Beth is gonna go for the overtake and doesn't go for it, just does the back out, which is a smart move. Not the best thing to do is go side by side, but instead go for the better exit. Get the better exit, get the DRS, and get him down into turn 1. Beth is going to do, has to force it go all the way around to do it. Gets the speed on Morris, they go side by side, they do tap. Nothing on it, and Beth gets the move done on Morris. With Yannick close behind. This is the only battle on track currently. Now we're getting close to Aiden, but it's still a second out. And that gap is now faded. Oh, and Yannick and Morris have spun. I think Yannick's just spun Morris round. Just rear-ended by the looks of it. So that is their running for P5 gone. And now both slipping down into last place. So that is the battles gone for now. There's only Yannick and Morris that are the closest people, but they're quite far, and there's over a second gaps for everyone now. So this is going to be a fun race, everyone. Morris and Yannick are going proper at it. Even about, but Yannick spins and he almost takes Morris out again. Yannick, by the looks of it, not getting used to his traction, and he's just all over the place with putting the throttle on. Needs to be careful. Making his debut back. I'm not sure how long it's been since he has raced, but finds himself back in an F2 car, and so far finds himself last. And there is no gaps. The closest gap is Yami, who is going to get DRS on Aiden. Just going for nice shots on everyone's car. Wherever you are, best Swansea. Now we're looking at it as Yannick speeds into the pit lane. Morris has himself 14 seconds. Penalties are racking up, and Panda probably doesn't even have a warning yet. close battles, Jammy on Aiden Jones. Still 2-0 Argentina. Now Aiden gets speeding and pit lane penalty. People need to realise that there's no turn, that you just go straight on into the pits. Yeah, you do need to hit your brakes, otherwise you're going to get a penalty. Like Aiden and Yannick are experiencing. Everyone now is on over 6 seconds, apart from Panda, who doesn't have a penalty. Canada. As the more penalties comes, Morris needs to be careful now. He's got 17 seconds. I'm not quite sure what the... Because I know you can get disqualified for over like 30 seconds, I think. Maybe 30 seconds, but Morris needs to be very careful with his penalties now. I think they start coming at you thick and fast now. So if there is a safety car, Morris is probably out of contention now, no matter what happens. No gap now at all, so I'm just going to follow the leader. No one is close to each other, so I'm just going to follow the leader and keep my mic muted. Be back when something happens. Right, some action after someone has pitted. This one's all over the back of Young Shots now. I think Beth is on the pole. He's on 14 lap old. Young Shots on 22 lap old softs. Looking into puncture territory probably. An update on the football game is 2-1 now. Netherlands have just scored with 8 minutes to go. As Beth is on the back of Young Shots DRS. The movement's going on. I think Panda and Michael have both pitted at the same time. So Michael isn't even going to go and try undercut or overcut at all. Same time as him. Just try to be quicker than him. 。 . 。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 。 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 Scotts has actually taken the lead of the race, but he hasn't pitted because his teammate pitted ahead of him. So I would assume Scotts' time to pit now. I assume he's going to go into the pits now. Shot. He's going to come into the pits. He is. Best ones is going to stay out and get 2 seconds for his trouble. Michael on the back of Nova, they go side by side. Michael has to back out and play it smartly. Not really racing Nova. Nova's on 16 lap old stuff, so he needs to quickly get past Nova and dispatch him as quickly as possible before that gap to Panda gets even worse. Not rear end if possible. Oh, very close to touching there. Looks like Michael's getting a bit impatient, but he's most certainly going to get the move done down. He's going to go around the outside. I think swap to the inside now. Makes him over move out of his position, and then Michael just goes nicely past. It's a DRS. That's the move done, but Nova's still on him. He's getting the toe. Nova's getting the toe. Nova's probably going to go for the move here. Nova's going to go for it. They collide. Nova almost loses his car, but that's just the type of thing that's going to happen if you go for an overtake there. It's just impossible. But luckily both drivers are coming out of that live, and the gaps are back. Morris now with a 20-second time penalty, and his teammate with 11 seconds. Michael has a 14-second. Did he get speed in his pit lane? Must have. Everyone getting caught lacking here. I'm pretty sure none of these are going to want to see Canada ever again. Pretty sure none of these are going to want to see Canada again after this race. And they're going to do what I'm doing and just not race it. Because of this. Jammy is on the back of Norris, so he does have the DRS. So we'll keep an eye on Jammy. Nova and Swifty, they're actually having a battle. I'm missing this. You know, two teammates? I don't know. And Nova gets a speed in the pit lane as well, so I think that makes 4 people sped in the pit lane. 4 people. Go back to Jammy as. Whoa, there's a big fight going on the pitch right now. Netherlands and Argentina. Argentina player just booted the ball at the bench. At the Netherlands bench. Someone was pushed over, there might be a red. I'm gonna have to listen here, what's going on? Panda behind Best Swansea now with Best Swansea with his tyres are pretty old, but Panda is now approaching to take the lead from him with 10 laps remaining. Best Swansea's tyres must be in an awful condition right now, but something you gotta just live with at this point. Yellow flag, someone's round. Over's out. Over's out, and that's a safety car. Morris has 23 seconds. I think his race is done, everyone. I think Morris is last. But that's a safety car. Over. And Aiden's got a drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car. Morris has a drive-through penalty. What's going on? What's with the penalties in here in Canada? Oh my god. Because Netherlands have a dangerous free kick now. And they square it and make it 2-2. I want to watch this free kick. The free kick goes to nothing, hits the wall. I want to see 2-2. I want to see Netherlands beat Argentina. I just want to see it. What Michael? Both Alpine cars have a drive-through penalty, so that is their race is done. They won't be able to catch up at all. Plus, they have pretty big penalties. Michael is not going to be liking his position at all. He's got 14 seconds. Everyone behind has got 6, 9, 6, and 8. So that leaves Michael. If it was been barely any gaps, Michael would be 7th. If it was to finish like this. And still does not have a penalty. Waiting on the Alpine cars to catch up. And no, no. Alright, hopefully, safety car will be coming in this lap. I hope. Safety car is in this lap. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Beth Swansea is on 23 lap old super soft, so I think he's going to get a puncture by the end of the race. No way he doesn't. But for now, he's leading the race, and he is going to be the one to restart this race. When does he decide to go? I think he's gone. He's gone. Both Alpines will now have to serve their drive-through, otherwise they're going to get disqualified. Okay, so they both have to go for the pit lane this lap, the end of this lap. And it's all over the back of Beth Swansea. Not going for a move just yet, playing it a bit more safe. Michael gets another time penalty, that makes 17 seconds. Morris gets another time penalty, don't know what his tally total is no more. I think him and Michael have got the most. And is he going to go for a move? Is he going to go for it on at Beth? And Beth Swansea just moves out of the way for him. Realising it's not his battle no more, but it leaves him now vulnerable to Michael. Michael has to go around the outside. Can't see through this camera angle. And gets to move down on Beth Swansea. Now the chase is on for Panda, but not really much of a chase with the time penalty deficit. As I think both Alpines will have to pit in. They are young shots. So Morris has a 21-second time penalty, as they both go serve the drive through now, back to back. Not quite sure how the order will finish with all these penalties going on. Yannick so far, he's going to benefit very much. Yannick's going to finish in second. Yannick can find himself in second, but he needs to close that gap to Jamie and be as close as he can. Swifty, who's on 6 seconds. But they need to get very close. Could be a close finish for some of these drivers. Swifty gets the move done on Beth Swansea. I think that's Young Shots. Young Shots also going to try and make a move on him. Down the straight. And over the fastest lap. DRS is now enabled. I think Yannick's going for the overtake on Jamie. Yannick gets the move done on Jamie. Still has to close that gap to Swifty. Morris gets another time penalty. He needs to be very careful, as he is in range of disqualification. Netherlands have another free kick. They have to put this free kick in now, Netherlands. If they don't, it's game over. Can they do it? This is to send it through to extra time. Young Shot and Beth Swansea going side by side, but Beth Swansea gets the better traction out of the corner. Keeps this car ahead with Yannick closing in on Young Shots and both those cars. So he's getting pretty close to Swifty now. So this will put him up to second place as long as he doesn't get another penalty. But he needs to be careful with his batting also. Does too much of it. I need to watch. Oh, it's 2-2! It's 2-2! Oh my god, what a ball! It's 2-2! Netherlands 2, Argentina 2. Oh my god. They've just bamboozled them with that free kick. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I absolutely can't believe they've done it. I can't believe they actually pulled it off. And that was just a pass to the striker that did it. Anyway, 2 laps remaining. How far is Yannick? Yannick is still right there with Swift. Ooh. I think the gap is just fine. As long as he's not another second away, he's alright. So Yannick is looking at finishing in second place in his first race back in quite some time, I believe. But Netherlands and Argentina, they're going to extra time. And I'm looking forward to watching this. That's going to be an absolute banger. Wow, can't believe Netherlands have just did that. I thought they lost their heads. But now it's going to extra time. That's full time. After the Netherlands and Argentina finishes 2-2 going to extra time. Oh, what a World Cup this has been so far. This has been great. Brazil getting knocked out earlier on today. Hopefully Argentina get knocked out later on. Oh, and there's another fight, I think, going on between the Argentina and Netherlands. Yeah, we're closing in on 2 laps left. There's a bit of some arguments going on between Argentina and Netherlands, but I think everyone's coming. So there's a lot of animosity going on there. But we need to finish watching this now, and then I can just get on with it, as there will be only 1 lap remaining. Yannick does not have another penalty. Swifty has 9 seconds, so Yannick, at this moment in time, is going to finish in second place, with Swifty finishing in third. That's the top 3. It's Panda, Yannick, and Swifty. Other than that, I don't know. Other than that, I couldn't tell you. I think Netherlands came back from 2-0 down. Right. Anyway, the last lap we'll go with Panda. As, I don't think Yannick should do anything silly now. Yannick should just stay behind Jon Shots and just stay there. As he's got the the gaps that he needs. But we'll stick to Panda here, who is going to come down one of the last main straights before he crosses the line to win his second race, I believe. I believe it's his second race win now. I think there's only been 2 winners so far in Division 2 this season. It's been Mychor and Panda, I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, is Panda going to put it into the Wall of Champions? No, he is not. And he's going to come down to the line and win the Canadian Grand Prix, with Mychor finishing second on track, but that's soon to change when everyone else crosses the line very close. Swifty goes up to second, but he's going to get moved. Yannick goes up into second, he gets second place, and that is your grid, your final grid sorted. Panda winning. Yannick, with his debut in Division 2, gets a position 2 for the race. Swifty in third, Mychor in fourth, Jammy in fifth. Finally finishes the race. Well done. Took your time. Beth Swansea in sixth, and I didn't see the rest. Didn't see the rest. I'll quickly do one more. Yeah, we'll watch the podium. We'll watch the podium for the TikToks. So that's Panda in P1 wins the race. Yannick in P2, Swifty in P3, Mychor P4, Jammy P5, Beth Swansea P6, P7 Young Shots, P8 Aiden, P9 Morris, P10 Nova, P11 Jaffa, and P12 Jack. Those last 3 DNF. So that was the Canadian Grand Prix. Not sure it's going to be on comms tomorrow for the Division 1 for Canada, but just know that you're not going to find me on the grid for it at all. And anyway, for next up for Division 2 is in Belgium next Friday. So not sure who's going to be doing it then, but see you lot then. Bye.